A considerable portion of my previous video talked about my dislike of the standard A execute on bind utilizing stage walls to cut off sight and get a free truck plant. You can imagine my happiness when, during the Sentinels Gen G match, I saw them execute this play. The round starts with Gen G heavily split, 2 players towards showers and the remaining 3 with the spike towards long B. I'm not sure if the intent from Gen G was to pull A rotates and go for a B hit, or if this was how they wanted to play this round regardless, but the round opens up with a trade of intel utility between both Sovas on log B, giving Sentinels the location of 2 attackers there, while simultaneously their Sage on A makes contact with the 2 people in showers. At this point, Sentinels get ballsy and call for a rotate and a stack for the A site just as Gen G begin to rotate their B players towards A short. On the surface, this looks like a disaster waiting to happen for Gen G as they unknowingly walk right into the majority of the defense entrenched on A site. Let's go overhead here and see how the defense are set to hold against this site push. We see Sinatra and Phoenix by the boxes on site, Sick and Zombs are both dug into U-Haul, with Sick also ready to fast rotate to B if necessary, and finally it's our boy Dapper in Heaven, so pushing out onto A, Gen G have to deal with a minimum of 3 angles of attack from the defense, 4 if Sick should choose to swing wide from truck to fire at short A. And what does Gen G do here? Instead of just walling truck and isolating the hookah fights, they choose instead to isolate the fights on site with this setup. Gen G used their owl drone to scout the close corner by short, and once the drone is picked off, they start moving. They smoke Heaven and deep into A-Link as their Sage deploys her wall to cut off the teleporter side exit of U-Haul. Already, within a matter of seconds, Gen G went from these angles to worry about contesting to just sight. They created gaps to isolate defenders into less favorable fights, and watch how it plays out. GMD comes out fast showers backed up by Mikhail as their teammates come down short fast. One of the things I like most here is watch Effie's on Sage. Instead of going right for the plant, he takes a swing towards U-Haul to make sure he won't get ganked while planting. Always a smart move, and I love the commitment to getting full site control first. What I end up loving most about this take is how well it deals with my biggest problem with other variants of a short A execute, and that's too much site control for the defense. Look at the position Sentinels are in as the spike goes down. They have 2 players essentially locked in U-Haul because of the showers pushed by GMD. They have Cypher and Heaven waiting for the smokes to clear, and then there's Sova coming on the long flake into showers. There isn't space for them to regroup because look at the attackers. They know that GMD is on site and ready to pinch U-Haul. These 2 players are forced to push out towards short and take the fights alone essentially. Granted, they do a good job of crossfiring from Heaven to get Effie's after Zombs picks off player 1, but at this point it's too little too late. GMD just creeps up on Zombs and gets the pick and U-Haul control, leaving Dapper and Shazam in isolated positions in a 2v3 retake. It goes how you would expect, and Gen G take the round with one of my new favorite strats to take A control.